At Marine Parts Source, we sell this Garelick telescoping ladder for $146. Now, I found an almost identical ladder on Temu for just $36.26. Crazy. So of course I bought it, and now we're going to compare the two and see if that Temu ladder can stand up to the name brand. Let's get started. Okay, so we've got the ladders rigged up and we're ready to start our comparison. We've got the brand name Garelick ladder right here on my side. Over here on the far side, we have the Temu ladder. These things look so identical. Let's just take a look real quick. Let's look at the brackets up here on top, the mounting brackets. It's crazy. I mean, these things look exactly the same. Everyone can see that they're mounted with 2 bolts on each side. Same kind of bracket here, this taper bracket that mounts on the top. If you look at the ladder itself, you can see they're both telescoping. They're both the 3 steps. They both have this plastic grip on each step. Garelick over here, you can see, same thing. These ladders, like I said, when we were pulling them out of the boxes and looking at them, we were getting them mixed up because they look so similar. But again, this one, $146, and the Temu one, $36. So let's see how they compare. I've got a measuring tape here. Let's just measure some things real quick to see how they compare. In every measurement we found, basically, the Temu ladder is just slightly smaller than the Garelick. The overall length, the width of the shafts on each side, the width of the steps as well. Garelick was beefier in each case. All of those differences were pretty slight, so I really don't know how much difference it would make, but there is a slight difference. The next thing we want to check out is the quality of the metal for each one of these ladders. Now we know the Garelick specs. It says that it's 304 stainless steel. Okay, not the strongest stainless steel in the world, but should be good enough to do the job to stand up in the marine environment. One thing about stainless steel is that its magnetic properties are there, but they're not that strong. So you would expect that stainless, if it's good quality stainless, it's going to have a little bit of magnetism. If you hold a magnet up to it, you should have a little bit of attraction, but it won't be like a really powerful type of attraction. I've got a little super magnet here, and if I just drop this on this this rack here on the tow motor, you can see, you know, really strong attraction right there. Okay, that's your standard steel or whatever. Now let's go to the Garelick ladder here. We're not feeling much at all. That's a good sign of the strength of the stainless. Let's come in, let's go at a different angle here. Let's just go right at it in the front. So yeah, I'm not getting much at all. Again, that's pretty indicative of what you want from stainless. Let's try over here on the Temu. Let's see what we find here. Same thing. We're not feeling any magnetism whatsoever. So again, pretty good sign, right? These parts of the ladder are not really what we need to be concerned with. The real testament is with the screws and the bolts that are holding the ladder on to the boat, because that's the part that rusts usually. So let's see what the quality is here on this Temu ladder, right here at this screw. There you go. What we have here is that screw is not very stainless. That screw has a real possibility of rusting out quickly, particularly if it's in a saltwater environment. Let's check real quick over here, Chris. Let's look at the bolts too. So these bolts up here, there is some attraction. It doesn't feel as strong on this screw here as it did on these, on the screw right here where it folds. That's very strong right there. That's not stainless at all in my opinion. All right, let's go check the Garelick out. One other thing, let's just notice the beefiness of the bolt that's going through here that's holding this ladder on. look at the size of this Temu one over here, and then check out how fat the bolt is on this one here. It's just a beefier bolt. Looks like it's gonna hold up much better under pressure, under weight. We'll see. Definitely just looking at the hardware they're using, this looks like it's higher quality here on the Garelick. Okay, so let's check out the magnetism on this one. So, okay, it's there. And what I can tell you, I can feel is it is not as strong. So there's still some magnetism there, and my guess would be that this bolt would rust out as well. But this seems like it's got no stainless properties whatsoever. So, whereas opposed to this one where I have to get a little bit closer, the attraction just is not as strong right there. Not sure if it's coming through on camera, but that's the case. And then let's check these up here. Again, there is a little bit of attraction. It's the same on these here. Those feel probably about the same. So I'd say that those are equal in quality, but these bolts out here, there's a difference between the two. The Temu bolt is skinnier and very magnetic, which tells me it doesn't have much stainless property at all. This bolt, I'm not sure if it's got some stainless in it or not, but it's much larger, much fatter bolt. It looks like it's a lot beefier. It'll be able to hold up better. All right, so now how the telescoping works on these ladders is that there's bushings inside of here that kind of wedge in when you slide these in, when you collapse them. And I just want to show the difference between the Garelick and the Temu ladder in terms of how smooth that is, how sturdy that those feel as they're going in and out. If I just collapse that in, you can see, first of all, it holds really nicely. When I push these in and out, it just feels way looser. All right, now we're gonna have some real fun. We're gonna test these ladders out and see exactly how much weight can each one of these hold. Let's see if this cheap Temu ladder holds up against the name brand. And for that, I've enlisted Jordan to help me out. He's got his monster drink, so he's all powered up and ready. Jordan's gonna help drive, and he and Miguel here at Marine Parts Source, they were kind enough to rig up this testing equipment for us. We got this rack here. You've seen these ladders, they're mounted up here. We've got a pallet down here with some chain that we're gonna hook to the ladders, and then when we lift this up, we'll be able to just load it up with a bunch of weight, and we'll see how much it can handle. So again, the Garelick is rated for 400 pounds. We have no idea what this Temu one is rated for, so we're about to find out. All right, so Jordan, let's get this chain on the ladder, and then we'll get this cracking. All right. We've got the pallet hooked up to the ladder. We're gonna do the Temu one first, test it out. The pallet's 50 pounds, so that's a great starting point. Jordan, lift her up. It's feeling sturdy. Okay, we can start putting weight on it. So we've got these boxes here and we've got them labeled with how much they weigh. The crack team here at Marine Parts Source loaded it up with a very round number of 38 pounds a piece. All right, first box, here we go, 38 more pounds on. Let's see if y'all can do the math in your head.
Just so you know, we are really good at boat parts, not so much with math. The numbers on the screen are the correct numbers.
That's 88 pounds. I'm gonna balance it out. Let's put one on that side, Jordan. That's another 38. What's that up to, 116?
Wrong, sir, wrong.
Yeah, while you're adding, I'm gonna add another one.
I'll take my shoes off.
Let's see here. I have to move these over. What's that ladder looking like? Is it bending?
It's doing better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it's hanging in there. Okay, let's keep it
falls
going.
on my feet. Do I sue Temu or?
All right, so I really wish we had round numbers. So this is 76, 100, 152. This is 202 pounds so far. I hope that's right. You can correct me later if I'm wrong. Okay. 202, 240. Okay, go ahead. 278. All right, all right.
Sound like reverse Jenga.
Play Tetris or something with it. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to set this sideways here. All right, that's 278. That's what, 306? I hope I'm doing the math right. That doesn't seem right. 354 is what we got on here. We're getting close to that 400-pound threshold. You got another 38. Let's go ahead and put that on. So now we're at 390 something, right? Now we're gonna go to these smaller boxes. They're 28 pounds a piece, okay? Here we go. How's that ladder look?
It doesn't look great. I don't want to put my feet under it.
Watch your toes. Boy, it is hanging in there. That's 448 pounds right there. So we've far exceeded
We've gone over the limit.
Yeah, the 400-pound limit that what the Garelick ladder is rated for. So we're past that. Good job, Temu. Let's see if you can keep going. Let's just keep going. Woo! That's scary. I gotta remember to watch my feet. There's another 20, another 56 that just went on there. 504. Good grief. Good grief.
It's a pretty good ladder.
Where to put it? That's 560. 560 pounds. We're about to run out of boxes.
Yeah.
Let's get these last two on there. Use this one here.
588. Let's be over 600.
616 pounds. Temu, good job by you. We got to find more weight. Give us just a moment. We'll figure out what we're doing here. All right, it's hot here in Tennessee. We've already loaded this thing up with 618 pounds on this Temu ladder. We lowered it down just a little bit so it doesn't crush our little tootsies when it breaks. And we've also gone and retrieved a pallet of PCM exhaust manifolds from our warehouse so we can keep putting weight on this Temu ladder because it is way stronger than what we expected. All right, so these manifolds, not that little one, but these bigger ones here are 33 pounds a piece. So we're gonna keep going here. Put another 33 on top. And hope like heck that I don't get my feet crushed. Go ahead, Jordan. Be my guest. We are now at 684 pounds. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I don't know about all this.
Feeling good about it? No? Woo! All right, now it's over 700 pounds. We're at 717. Golly!
We should have took bets on when it was going to drop.
All right. Here we go. Another 33 pounds. I'm gonna set it right down here. Okay, Jordan, your turn.
All right.
Whoever breaks the ladder loses.
Picks everything up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now we're over 800 pounds. We are twice what we thought we were gonna be at.
Is that enough, or we're going to try to break it?
I'd like to see it split.
Oh, I can hear it.
We just heard a pop.
A lot of tension. That thing's great. It may come out of there like a bullet.
All right, I thought when we talked about this project, I thought we were gonna see it fail up there at the bracket, you know? But now, I think we're gonna see it drop right here at one of these connections between the two pieces of the ladder. I think it's gonna fall straight out of that at some point.
Yeah. You gonna keep stacking weight on it?
All right.
You're breaking.
Yeah, we hear pops going on, so.
These aren't all fake boxes, by the way.
That one's 33, that one's bigger.
All right.
We're gonna have to weigh those. Anybody know how much weight we're at?
816.
Currently at 816 pounds. Here comes another 33. It's gonna put us at 849.
Whew.
Oh, this is gonna be a mess. I hope we don't damage some manifolds. I would not recommend putting 883 pounds on your swim ladder on your boat, just saying. I don't know why you would ever want to. I don't know why you'd ever have to, but don't do it. Not safe.
No, you may literally pull the screws through the deck by the time you get all that weight on it. These
That's
are
right.
bolted through this rack. So
Yeah, so we're
probably
mounted to
helps.
steel up here, so that's way different than mounting to your swim platform
Yeah.
on your boat. I actually agree with you, Jordan. I think that if we were doing this on the same kind of material that your boat is, that would have popped off probably by now.
2 of those on, it's got to break.
50-pound manifold here.
That's a great spot right there. Oh, you set me up.
What is it now? 830 plus 50, 832, or 932, 932 pounds. Oh, Jordan, I wouldn't want to be you right now.
We could make a new video just like ladder Jenga. How much can you get on there?
Oh, this is it. We can't keep going. This is just insanity at this point.
Jordan's got to do one. If you do one more shot, Jordan's got to do one more.
That's true.
the way it goes.
That's true. That's
That
a
is
good point,
fair.
Miguel. It's fair.
Fair.
And at MPS, we are fair, if anything.
1,032.
I gotta move this over here. Oh, I can hear it. Okay. It's all you, my friend.
1,032. Wait until
I'm sweating.
Nervous.
Last one. 1,082 pounds. Can it be done?
I gotta pick a good spot here. I'm gonna go back to my last spot.
Okay.
Oh no.
Jenga.
No, it's not gonna stay there. Hold on. I found a good spot. No.
Up underneath those points. It's definitely not a good spot.
Can I just put it on top of your manifold?
Yeah.
Right, this right before this U-bolt. Right there.
I don't know if it'll stay on there.
Yeah, it is.
Here?
It's on.
Well, God.
All right. Well, the ladder held. The ladder held. Good for Temu. Let's take all these things off, reset, and we'll do the Garelick ladder.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't damage the manifolds.
New manifolds coming to a boat near you.
All right. Temu ladder retired. It did a great job. God bless you, Temu. Garelick, you're up next. We're going to see if you're worth the money that you cost. We've got a 50-pound pallet hanging from you now. No problem. Again, we know Garelick's is rated for 400 pounds. Beyond that, who knows? We're going to start stacking up again. Jordan, let's see what happens.
All right.
We're now at 454 pounds. We have exceeded the rated limit for the Garelick ladder, which was at 400. We're at 454, and we're going to keep going. You can definitely see It's got a whole new angle to it now. It's feeling it. But we're gonna keep going. Jordan, load up the next one. £566. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna see if we can match what the Temu ladder did. So we've got all the manifolds left to go here. Let's get those going. Let's do the 50-pounders first.
The stack on top of the big ones will be easier.
$782. 782 pounds. We got one more 50-pounder. I got just a spot for it right here. It's 800 plus.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan. Now we're down to just the 33-pound manifolds.
Yeah. So this would be what, 865? 33.
That is 898 pounds. We are almost at 900. Last 4 manifolds. I don't hear popping. I don't hear anything with this.
I'm not as nervous.
I'm not as nervous. Jordan's not as nervous. He had a second Red Bull in between ladders, so he's
Monsters.
good.
I don't drink Red Bull.
All right, I'm just gonna throw another one right here. Okay, now I hear it popping a little.
And that very well could be the chain popping too.
That could be. Chain's been through a lot. Oh, yikes. Ladder looks sturdy.
That last one needs to be on the other side.
Somehow it's my turn? This is not right. You went twice.
Yeah, you went first.
I know that, okay.
If you ain't first, you're last.
7. 1,030. 1,000 pounds.
No problem. Both ladders held up. I don't know what to tell you. They are incredibly strong. And that's not, there's no significant difference between these ladders in terms of their strength, their ability to hold weight. So we're gonna have to figure out if there's something else where we can tell a major difference. We got one more thing we can try. We're gonna unload these and we'll talk about it. We just put over 1,000 pounds of pressure on this Garelick ladder and it held up. Temu, Garelick, you both are making a strong ladder. I'm impressed. There's definitely a curve to this ladder now. You can see it where it's kind of bent a little bit, but check it out. It still collapses and extends very smoothly. You know, again, not trying to be biased here, but it does feel like smoother action than what we were seeing with the Temu ladder. And as we showed before, even collapsed, it's holding right there. It's not sliding back down. So Garelick ladder is really performing well with all that weight on it. But the true test of these ladders, and where we see these ladders fail the most, is with their longevity, their ability to hold up to the harsh marine environment. Especially in saltwater environments, these things tend to rust, particularly up here at the bracket and the hinges. And so that's what we're gonna test next. We wanna expose these ladders over the next several weeks to repeated rounds of saltwater and just see how quickly we can make them rust. So we've got some experiments set up that we're gonna get arranged here in just a moment, and we're gonna start the first test, and then again, over the next several weeks, we're gonna see how quickly these things corrode. Okay, it's been 2 weeks since we started messing around with these ladders, testing them. We hung 1,000 pounds on each one of them. And in those 2 weeks, we've been every day exposing them to salt water. Basically just putting them in a tub of salt water, letting them soak for a little bit, then pulling them out and just letting them sit outside, let the air get to them, let the salt dry on them to see if we can create any sort of rusting and see if one's different than the other in terms of how quickly that it corrodes. So let's take a look at what we found. They both have significant signs of rust and wear on them. You can see they've both got a lot of salt residue. That can mostly be washed off. But what's really interesting is when you get close to some of the joints and connections, what you can find is that there's a lot of rust starting to happen, even though it's only been 2 weeks. This is the Temu ladder here. It's always hard to tell them apart. And if we look at like just the spots like right down here at the bottom of the leg, or the, you know, at these points where one piece collapses into the other, at those edges right there, we're seeing indications of rust starting to form. And most significantly, we're seeing it up here on these hinges where these fold over and they mount to the boat. All around the bolts that are holding these hinges, we're seeing significant rust starting to form. What I wasn't expecting, what I wasn't prepared for, is that the Garelick is doing much of the same thing. Now, if we look at, not so much down here at the bottom, there's a little bit down here, but still around these edges of each piece, we're seeing it. Maybe not quite the same amount as the Temu, but the difference is negligible in my opinion. Then up here at the hinge, once again, this was always going to be the telltale right here, would rust form around these bolts. I really expected them to hold up better, and I guess for the most part they're pretty clean, but this one right here is getting some rust around it. Now, over here on the Temu ladder, you know, it looks like there's multiple points around those hinges, around those bolts where they're getting rust. And we're really only seeing it on one particular bolt here on the Garelick ladder. As you can see, these ladders are really similar. And I'm surprised. Of course, the Garelick we have priced over $100 more than this Temu ladder. This Temu ladder is quite a find. You can't always get it this low. I mean, you really have to hunt for it, and sometimes you get lucky. The price can fluctuate wildly. And of course, with the current tariff situation, this could change significantly from one day to the next. But there's no doubt that in terms of the quality of this ladder, it holds up every bit to the testing we did with the Garelick. Maybe there's a little bit more rust forming on it than the Garelick. Maybe that would expand over time. They both held a tremendous amount of weight, way more than they would ever need to. The Garelick, the action on the ladder folding in and out is better. And of course, it does hold its collapsed shape when you completely collapse it in, even without the band going around it. So that's nice. You can tell that the nylon bushings in here are doing the work. Whereas the Temu one, not so much. You know, it's gonna just completely slide out. You definitely need to wrap this cord around it to make sure it holds in place. The bushings probably aren't as great inside of here. Over time, this ladder might fall apart quicker than the Garelick ladder, but I can't say that there's $100 difference between these two. You could buy that Temu ladder 3 or 4 times before you would spend as much money on one of the Garelicks. Garelick does seem like it's maybe slightly better quality, but overall the Temu ladder, it held up in all of our testing. So I wouldn't be afraid of it. And of course, that's your choice on what you want to put on your boat. So it was an interesting comparison, and I was really surprised by the results. Appreciate you all watching, and please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these type of product comparisons, and leave a comment down below what you'd like to see us compare next. We'd love to hear from you, love to hear what you thought about the video. Thanks everybody for watching.